So look, I mean, look, this is how you should be trading, especially if you're trading one time frame. All right, in this scenario, actually, in this scenario, it's difficult. At what point would you buy bias is a question, right? At what point would you buy bias? Because you have your structural highs, you see price starting to make these lows, and then you see price failing to break these structures, right? So at this stage, I mean, you have to think in terms of what's happening now, not because price went up, right? So if you see this, are you still looking at this as price below this level, or are you seeing this downward movement being violated and now price starting to create these highs like this? What are we looking at? Still bullish. Okay, are you still bullish from this move like this? Are you still bullish because of this move here? And are you still bullish because price has not broken this low or these lows? Second low, this one, second low here. Okay, so for the simple fact that that's your bias, right? You're still by bias. Price hasn't broken these lows here. Are you just using the 5 minute? That's cool, don't worry, man. Are you using the 5 minute only or higher time frames as well? Just one time frame. And are you using just pure price action or fundamentals as well? Yeah, both. Okay, so in terms of your fundamental analysis, what was you thinking about at the time when planning to take this trade in terms of pound continuing to be strong? Just let us know that. Just trying to get inside your head, man. GJ is a comparison. Okay, fine. All right, so we've got inside Angier. We got inside Sanjiv's. Is it Sanjiv? Do we call you Sanjiv or Sanj? We've got inside your head, right? He's maintained this bull bias. He's maintained pound strength. He's identified that this structure is still bullish, etc., etc. Now, going back to what I just mentioned here, and this is a really good lesson for all of you. How do I trade? Key levels, right? Indecision candles, wick rejections. Then we move on to second phases or whatever else, right? Patterns. Looking for double bottoms. What else are we looking for? We're looking for trends in the market, right? So trends meaning, trends meaning higher highs, higher lows. Okay. What else are we looking for? We go for candles, pin bars, indecisions, etc., etc. Patterns, blah blah blah. Okay, let's join the pattern. Now, all you need to do in Forex, and I mean, I'm breaking this down stupid simple for everybody, and I don't just mean stupid simple as you would read it on Wikipedia, right? I'm talking stupid simple. If you're looking to take a trade, all you need to find is confluence. Okay, that's it. Confluence. Reasons to take a trade, and if you find them and it makes sense, take the trade. Okay, because more often than not, if you're taking a trade that falls in line with a trend or that falls in line with a regular pattern that works out, then more often than not, the trade will play out in your favor. And even if you're 50% or 40% or 30% right every time you take that pattern, as long as you're using good risk reward ratio, it's all going to balance out. That's how simple it is, right? Now, Sanjay's looked at this. He's seen prices still trading above the key level. He's also identified on GA and GJ that the pound is strong. He's also seen that price has broken out of structures here. In his mind's eye, he sees this as a retest of structure. He has the trend in his favor. He has wick rejections in his favor. He has indecision candles in his favor. He also has potential retest or double bottom patterns in his favor. But this is the thing, Augustine, if it didn't break the key level for you, do you understand? But it broke the key level for him. Still, if you disagree that it didn't break the key level here, it just means you just have one less confluence than him. The market structure is still up. Pound JPY is still strong. Pound Aussie dollar is still strong. Price is still trading above the key level. Price is respecting the key level with wick projections, indecision candles, engulfing candles. Trend is up. Patterns are there. The only thing you don't agree on is it didn't break a key level, right? So this is a question. If you have these confluences, you see what you see, it's a break and retest, everything else lines up, then can you take this trade? The one he's talking about is this the one you're talking about here or here? One. This one, number one or number two? Sorry, man. So number one or number two? Just give me that last one, Sanjay, please. Number one or number two? So if that's the case, right, and this is what you believe in, this is the last thing you need to think about. If the market's in a push phase, you don't buy. But if the market's in an exhaustion phase, what do you expect the market to do? Eventually continue to make a higher high, right? So how could you look at this? Well, it's really up to you. You could take the trade two ways here. You identify that price is pulling back and you say to yourself, I want to take the trade now. And this is just all about believing in your preparation for this trade, right? You say to yourself, I take the trade now, like so. Okay. And you enter like this. Or you take the trade like so, because you expect a higher high. Something like this. I think with such a big stop loss, you go for 1 to 2 here. Or the next option is you wait for price to create this level, as we always talk about, and then come back to this level to respect it. And if it does, then you take the trade again with an engulfing candle here, stop loss below, and go for your targets. Or wick rejections, indecisions, pin bars, doesn't matter what it is, man. You just need to put your stop loss in a safe place. Or the final option is you'll take the trade above the break of this high, again stop loss below structures, and then go again probably for 1 to 2 with something big like this. Okay, now every trade scenario, every plan, every confluence that you found or would have thought about before taking this trade, it is what? Just having belief in your analysis, finding the confluences that support your belief, and then just taking the trade with confidence. Does this make sense? No, but seriously, I know I made that long, but on a serious note, does this make sense? Like, this is actually a serious thing I'm talking about right now for everybody to hear what I'm saying. This is not just because it went up and it was easy for me to analyze this after. This is a thought process and a mentality that you need to be going in with every trade. Doesn't matter if you take a trade above structure, at key levels, after wick rejections. If you have the confluence that you need to take that trade and everything else supports it, then just take that trade. Because guess what? Augustine might not take this trade because it didn't break the highs, which I probably would agree with. But you see, I didn't disagree with Sanjeev. I got into his head. I asked him the questions. What supported this buy? Right? Because I wanted to know what he's thinking. Now I've learned something. Maybe next time when I'm planning to take a buy on Euro USD, why not take a look at Euro New Zealand dollar? Why not take a look at Euro CAD and see if the euro is strong? Would that support a continued buy bias? If it does, then guess what? I mean, I already use confluence, but I'm just saying it's something to think about, right? Then I'd say to myself, well, what would support taking this trade? Well, is price creating the wick rejections? Is price in an exhaustion phase? Because that's only when I'm going to buy. Is there a key level I can work with to safely place my stop loss below? The wick rejections, do they support taking this trade? Is there even a pattern there? If so, guess what, guys? Just take the trade. Just take the trade. And that's why for 2021, I'm going to have 28 different pairs open on my chart, and I'm just going to be slamming buy sells whenever I see a perfect opportunity. Not any opportunity, just a perfect opportunity. And just gonna use a trading panel, lock it into break even automatically when the time is right, and just trail my stops. I think there's so much emotional attachment to gold, and I'm the king of gold, and GU, and I'm the king of GU, and GJ, and I'm the best at trading GJ. US 30, I'm the best at trading US 30, man. Like, trading has become like a brand. Everybody's just putting a brand on currency pairs, like Nike and Reebok and Adidas. That, man, we're just here to make some damn money. Who cares what you're trading? Just here to make some damn money, man. US 30, NAS 1500, all that. Get out of here, man.